Hey everybody, it's Brandon Gustafson with BrandonGustafson.com here for another live coaching session. Today's topic, we're going to be getting into the topic of how to not give up on goals even when you keep failing. I think a lot of you watching this have failed at your goals, or you just keep running into barriers and you keep having issues and you feel like a failure. You feel like you're never going to make any progress. So we're going to get into that in today's video. Before we jump over there though, let me remind you to get over to the website, brandongustafson.com/5P as in Paul, where you can get access to our 5 P's to Effective Personal Development, our guide, and a weekly email that comes out with tips and tricks to help you on your personal development journey. And also make sure that you like and subscribe the video so that you get notified every time that we go live on one of these coaching sessions. Let's dive into the topic. Again, we're talking about how to not give up on goals when you just keep failing. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about understanding what failure is before I get into a few tips and tricks for you on this. Failure is just kind of, you gotta look at it as a part of your journey. Failure is something that we all experience. Let's go back. In my last video, we talked a little bit about basketball. Let's go back to Michael Jordan, for example. Michael Jordan, when he was in high school, failed. He failed to make the team, and that drove him to be better. A lot of famous people, a lot of people that we know and love or hate, depending on where you kind of fall on that spectrum, with people that are extremely successful. If you dive back into their lives, early on in their lives, at some point, they had a failure, and that failure is what drove them to be great. And so you need to look at failure as a part of the journey, an opportunity for you to learn. And that is one of the first things that I wanted to talk to you about, is embracing failure as a teacher. Failure is an opportunity for us to just reassess everything that's going on, and why did I fail, and what happened here, and what did I do, what decisions did I make, and what am I learning from that experience? How am I going to make changes now to my life and the way that I'm doing things so that I can be successful the next time that I do this? And using that as a way to kind of teach you and educate you on what you need to do to make changes in the way that you're doing things in obtaining your goals is going to help you kind of progress and make progress along that path, so that the next time you come up with a difficult goal or a big, hairy, audacious goal. We've talked about SMART goals and hairy, audacious goals in the past. It's going to give us the strength, the mental fortitude for us to move forward with that. And so you need to look at failure as a teacher to learn what you need to do better and recommit yourself to getting better. The next one is going to be reframing your mindset. Another thing that we've talked about is that it can't be all or nothing. It can't be, I failed at it and everything else, like it was just a horrible experience. You need to look at the things that you did well and the progress that you did make, and where you have made improvement, and where you had those shortcomings, so that you can make improvements on that. It cannot be an all or nothing. It's not necessarily a pass fail when it comes to goal setting and achieving your goals. It needs to be something that is, okay, I made some incremental progress here. Reframe your mindset so that you can see the progress that's being made. It's going to help you kind of feel a little more comfortable and confident in your ability to get things done, because you can see that you're making progress on things. You really are. And it's not I didn't reach my goal. Let's say for this YouTube channel, I have a goal to have 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And that's a pretty outlandish goal, honestly, with where I'm at right now at this point, having just started the channel and just kind of learning the process here with this. And now let's say that I get to the end of the year and I have 150 subscribers. And like, compared to that 10,000 goal, that's a huge fail, right? It's like 1%. But if I reframe my mindset and I'm like, okay, yeah, so what I have learned is I did 50 videos in that time period. I've learned about topics and things that might work well and the style of videos and those types of things. And I'm going to make those changes so that I can try to get the 10,000 the next year. And I'm making those incremental changes in the way that I'm reframing things in my mind. So reframing that mindset is going to allow me to be successful. The next one is going to be adjust Sorry, gotta look at my, adjust or pivot your approach. So that's the next thing is you need to sometimes look at your goal and look at it and say, ugh, was this the right goal for me? Did I make a good decision here? Or do I need to adjust the goal? Now, let's go back to the YouTube example here with this channel. Is my goal is to get 10,000 subscribers. Okay, that's a cool outlandish goal, a big hairy audacious goal, to go back to the BHAG concept. But maybe I need to adjust that goal, and maybe what I need to do is to find 100 really dedicated subscribers, people that are getting on my email list and people that are kind of working with me through that process, so I can really help you and help coach you through this process as you're trying to get on your personal development journey. And having that more direct impact with somebody, that's going to be a lot better for me than to have 10,000 YouTube subscribers. And so if you're one of those people, make sure you're following me. Get over to the website, subscribe to the email list, so that we can have these conversations, because I want to help you on your journey to personal development. So if that's you, make sure you're subscribing, because that's what I want to do. Next is breaking down your goals into smaller chunks. Sometimes that big hairy audacious goal that we have, the 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, is something that is just kind of outlandish. Maybe that's my overall goal, and maybe I need to break that down into smaller chunks. Maybe I need to go for something like getting 100 this month, or getting 100 views on a particular video, or something along those lines. I might need to go and take this and chunk it down into smaller pieces so that I can be successful and see that incremental progress. We talked about SMART goals and why SMART goals are dumb. We talked about that previously, but there's actually a really good spot for this when it comes to SMART goals. Because when you're creating those SMART goals, especially that A, the achievable or attainable piece of the SMART goal, and you're starting out on your goal setting journey, it's going to help you kind of take this smaller chunk and make sure that you're making progress, getting traction, so that you can then make progress and go along your journey to be more successful. And so it's okay if you can't, you have the big goal down the line, and it's something you want to get to, but you might need to break this down into smaller chunks so that you have something that you're working towards, and you can see that progress and make iterations off of it to further improve to reach your ultimate goal. Is another thing that you might consider doing as you go through this process. Another is asking for help. And it's okay. Sometimes we just need to humble ourselves and ask people, hey, I need help with this. I need help achieving my goal. I need help learning how to kind of break my goal down into smaller chunks. I need some guidance, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out through that process. Again, comment down below if you're interested in that, or get over to the website, brandongustafson.com/5p, and you'll get on my email list, and then we can have those conversations. But you want to ask for help, whether it's me or somebody else, family member, another coach. You want to ask somebody for help and some guidance on what you can do to make changes to the way that you're doing things. Because when you get that outside perspective, it's going to give you It's going to give you somebody else to come in and look at it and help you and guide you through that process, so that you can make better decisions and have more success as you're going down your path of goal setting and trying to improve personal development and prioritization and everything that goes into what we talk about here on the channel. Next is visualizing your success, and this is something that I've honestly struggled with. Like the concept of visualization. I believe it. I really believe that you can visualize and you can manifest things. But something that you need to remember is that visualization and manifestation doesn't just come by doing nothing. You can't just sit there on a couch and meditate and all of a sudden, boom, you got $1 million. You have to put in the work. There's some sayings, and I don't know exactly where it comes from or how it started, but basically a millionaire overnight. People don't see what happened the previous 10 years as that person was growing and trying to be successful in the way that they were handling just everything on their journey to being successful. It takes a long time, and that's okay. But you still want to visualize. You still want to write that goal down. You still want to take some time and think to yourself, okay, I can see myself in that position. I'm going to be going here to a mastermind here in just in a couple of minutes, and we do a 2-minute meditation on what our future self is going to tell us. And it is like the 2 best minutes of my week every single week. It is incredible to be able to do that, to get outside of my present self, get into that future state of mind, and have that person, my future self, me, give me some guidance on what I can do to make changes. And doing that visualization is incredible. It's a great tool for you to use on your personal development journey. I highly recommend doing it and finding a way that's going to work for you. But remember, you got to put in the work every single time. You can't just visualize it and manifest it out of nothing. You got to put in the work. And the last one that I've got for you is to learn from role models. And this could be people that are in person, that you're having a conversation with, that you're talking with and working with, or it could be in books, and it could be YouTube videos, and it could be just other places. There are so many ways for us to have role models and to get that kind of direct interaction with somebody. Our minds will see that YouTube video and that person talking to us, and I think it's kind of hard for our mind to recognize that that person is not actually in front of us, because we have just such a long history of not having this type of interaction with people. But when you have this type of interaction where, you know, me and you, we're talking about these things and we're kind of going through it, and I'm kind of sharing with you my journey and how I've gotten through and done goal setting myself and what I've been able to do to have success, that's something that you can learn from. You can look to me as a role model. You can look at other people as a role model, and that's what we're here for. You need to treat it that way. And then interact with people as well. Get into the comments on YouTube. Sign up for their newsletters. Purchase their digital products. Get access to them so you can actually really have that interaction. It's going to help you out. But follow those role models. So to recap this video, we've been talking about how to not give up on goals even when you just keep failing. We talked about failure as a big part of your journey, and you need to embrace it. Embrace that failure. As a teacher, you need to reframe your mindset. That's not an all or nothing. Adjust or pivot your approach in how you're trying to achieve those goals. Break down your goals into smaller chunks, asking for help, visualizing your success, and learning from role models. If you found this information helpful, I'd love it if you could like the video, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified every time we go live on one of these coaching sessions, and get over to the website, brandongustafson.com/5P as in Paul, so you can get access to the 5 Ps to effective personal development. Because here at brandongustafson.com, we're here to help you transform your life your way. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.